Post number 1. We finished constructing the LVL beam all the way across. We got, to this point, got our footing in, measured, installed our post, and then I got that, where is it? Oh, I guess I've taken it apart, but I got the bottle jack under here and picked the wall up, closed all the little seams, nailed from outside all the way down into that post. So now all these sheathing boards have been snugged up and attached to this post. So effectively, from the corner to the post, the sheathing boards are supported, and from this post to the second post I put in, the sheathing boards are supported, and then from there it's mostly open space, but over to the corner again they're supported. So we're not asking a lot of the 10 feet or so suspended in between, suspended off the foundation all the way across now. And then we installed our brackets. We used our handy dandy little impact nailer in these locations and hand nailed in the others. We got them onto the footings, and then we had to get a chain around them and pull them out and check for plumb on the post itself in here. And I had to tap it forward and back. I actually pulled this one right off of the footing beyond by accident. I got the chain around it, I pulled it out, plumb, perfect, everything was fine, and I got a little hydraulic leak in the backhoe, and so I was checking that, and then I said, oh, better pack it up. So I was going to fold the backhoe arm up and out of the way here and start backfilling, but I forgot to disconnect the chain, so I yanked the post right off on the ground. I could have pretended like that didn't happen, but let's just be honest, it did. So I had to dig around the post. I had to take these shores up really high so it was picking the post up. It still wouldn't pick it up far enough to get onto the footing. So in lieu of that, I dug around the bottom of it and exposed some of the bottom edge of the post. Got under that with a strap rather than a chain, because the strap will bite into the wood end grain real nice. Then went around the bucket, took the bucket up, picking up the post, pushed the post back onto the footing, loosened up the strap, took the strap off the bucket, the way that I should have taken the chain off the bucket, and folded up the backhoe and took it away. Then my strap was stuck onto the end of the post, so I had to get down there while the weight was still off of it, and it was mostly just the post itself and some of the sheathing boards that were there in terms of weight. I had to pack a crowbar underneath the end, prise it up, sneak the strap out from underneath it, get it back down onto the footing, and then beat it all around with a sledgehammer. Actually, the dead blow wasn't enough. I had to beat the bottom back and forth, side to side, front and back, till it was plumb in here. And then I took these down almost all the way, putting almost all the weight onto it, and here we are. So we're essentially in the middle of that footing. Nearest makes no difference here. That's about as good as you can dial it. I did place the footing based on the plumb bob here, but things change, and you just want to be close to the center. So now it's time to backfill. We'll throw the bucket on rather than the backhoe, and we'll shove this. We'll probably get it started with a shovel and the Johnson bar just to get it packed, and we'll throw the rest of the dirt in. And that will mean then that we can pack up these shores. And the lifting beam is attached to the ceiling with some toe-nailed screws. We'll pack up these shores, we'll organize and consolidate the tools. We'll swing in here with the skid steer, put the bucket underneath the beam, disattach, unattach the beam, set it down onto the bucket, and then carefully take the bucket down, get the beam out of here. And then we'll be focused on either end the rest of this week. We do have a hydraulic hose repair to make on the backhoe first, so I think we're going to skip tomorrow in terms of making headway here, but we'll be getting that into tip-top shape. As we replace hoses on that, as I mentioned, we'll be moving up to UV stabilized rubber hoses, so that for the rest of that machine's life, at least with me, that'll be the last of the hose repairs we need to do. But right now it's looking pretty sweet. It's, this is cantilevered over there, and we've got some weight also on the shore, same at the other end. But we're going to clean the middle out and enjoy the fact that, we're in really good standing. I don't know if no pun is intended, or if I need to say that or not. Anyway, feeling pretty good, and we've established that we'll be taking some of the dirt outside away, but we'll also be, once all these chunks of remaining foundation are just chilling, completely unnecessary, we'll poke and rip and tear and break this up and remove all of this. Then we're going to do site prep in here for concrete, but the new floor will probably be a foot higher. He had about 9 feet overhead, and here we'll have about 8 when we're finished, because you just want to be up from your grade. You want your grade to run down and away all the way around, and it'll be a lot easier to bring the floor up in here a little bit than to try to make a swale in here, and because this is downhill from the road and it's downhill on the other side of the building. So there'll be some changes, but overall way more usable space. And when I pack up some of this crap and we clean up the cribbing and most of this concrete, it'll really look sharp, hopefully. So all right, stay tuned, we'll see you.